Hey guys, so I wanted to continue on from our prototyping video and talk about prototyping environments. Materials that you could use for prototyping environments are things like cardboard. This is just the back of an old watercolor pad. You could use foam core. It's really affordable and it's easy to hot glue gun together. Or you could use sheets of some styrofoam. Pretty much any material would work for this. So I'm going to show you a prototyped cabin that I made over the school holidays. Now this, at this stage, has taken me 3 days to make, so it's taken quite a while. And it's actually a construction of a cabin that I would really love to build one day. So I got lots of inspiration from places like Pinterest, and I started sketching essentially my dream cabin. I did draw up a floor plan, so I started thinking about the sizings of the rooms and the requirements of the rooms. But I couldn't really get a full sense of what this cabin would look like. I kind of wanted to build it. Now it's too much to obviously build the cabin for me, and I don't have a block of land to build it on, so I thought I would mock it up out of this foam core. I measured up everything and I did it as a 1:24 scale. So I made all of these walls out of foam core that I bought from the art shop, and I cut it out with a scalpel knife using a cutting mat underneath. So I used popsicle sticks for the floor. So I trimmed off the edges, I laid them down like a proper wooden floor, so alternating them, and I even varnished them. I've cut out windows. I've lined the walls with tile print that I've painted. I've painted them wall colors that I wanted to test out. And I made a bathroom floor as well. That little area is a bit of a laundry that I would have in the cabin. And I made a deck as well that I've varnished. So I've left it open on the top as well, so you can look down and see what this building or this structure would actually look like. Now it's interesting that when you mock things up in person, you start to realize how the environment would actually look. And what I learnt was that my bathroom there that I created was actually way too small in my plan. When I started putting in the objects that I wanted in there and the actual sizes of the bathtub, etc., I started to realize that I'd actually sketched it up or mocked it up way too small for what I wanted. So that's my little deck that I made, and I think that actually fits quite nicely with the cabin. I tested out some wallpaper that I would want as a feature wall when you walked into the cabin through the front door. And I started to make a mini kitchen. So in my design, I always wanted this L-shaped cornered kitchen. So I went onto IKEA and I actually found the measurements for that. I've dreamt of a marble topped kitchen, so I added that into my design. And again, what I realized was the sizing of what I actually thought I wanted when put in that space is tiny. And I wouldn't have known that unless I actually mocked it up. Prototyping things and actually constructing them, not just drawing them, helps you to get a bigger picture of what this environment would actually look like. Oopsies. Anyway, that is my tiny house that I constructed. That is my prototyped cabin.